out there? Did they delete it off their phone? Who knows? But you just should have done it right from the get-go, and none of this would have been an issue. Now it's all an issue, and now it gets fishier and fishier by every single thing that comes along.
Right.
And it's crazy.
Well, I'm sure we'll be following this up very closely and see what happens. But
it's crazy.
It is crazy. This is totally a distraction for the Florida State fans who are actually very competent for their team. It's unfortunate that you gotta root this whole mess.
Well, there's some of them that want him gone.
Yeah, there are some of them.
There's a lot of people that want him gone, but you got some of these idiots, just plain out idiots that'll defend every stupid thing he does. Yeah. He's just a college kid. Yeah, we were all college kids. Never did I think of going and stealing crab legs from a Publix.
Yeah.
Never did I think of jumping on a table and yelling what he yelled.
Yeah, that's it.
Never did I think of going on a BB gun fight and causing damage to an apartment complex.
Don't get me wrong, I went to college too, and you do dumb stuff at college, but not stuff
my
like
dumb
that.
thing. My dumb stuff had to do with getting drunk.
That was basically, consuming alcohol.
That's
really it.
I never thought once, let's go get some BB gun and shoot up an apartment complex.
Yeah.
I never thought of, man, I want some crab legs. I'm gonna go steal me some from Publix.
That's smart, man.
And then the best thing was, some FSU fan tried to justify him. Oh no, he just forgot to go and pay for them, or they were told him, don't worry about paying for them. You can leave. I'm like, are you a fucking moron? Did you watch the videotape of him doing the evasive maneuvers on the security guard to get out of the Publix? Our society is taking steps backwards when it comes to our athletes.
That's where I think more people are rooting for the athletes of the team.
We have taken steps backwards when it comes to what we should expect from our athletes.
I agree. So, totally agree. So
here's my greatest example. Charles Barkley told you he wasn't a role model. Charles Barkley told you, I'm not a role model. I do stupid stuff. But you know what? Charles didn't do nothing illegally stupid.
Yeah.
But Charles told you, I'm not a role model. Don't have your kids look up to me because I'm not a role model. I don't do things that role models should. I mean, on the court, I go and gamble. I go and do what I want to do. But he didn't do nothing illegally and stupid.
Yeah.
But now we've got people that we want to look up as role models, and they do the stupidest things in the world. And they still have jobs. They're still able to go and do. You've got guys that have done nothing wrong, live a good life, are the greatest role models on earth, and can't get a job doing what they've done most of their life and play football.
Yep.
Because they live by a certain way. And everybody knows who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't even got to say his name.
Yeah.
But because he lives his life in a certain way, and never hides it, never divulges it, never says nothing, always means what he says. Backs up, means what he says. You downgrade him because that's the way he lives his life. But then you got guys like this idiot who goes and does all these stupid things, and you, just because he has a talent and just because he's good at what he does and he gets your team wins, you won't say a bad word about him, but you'll say the bad word about the guy who's done absolutely nothing. Yeah. Because he speaks his mind and he speaks his religious beliefs. But you got guys like this who everybody will love and adore and have their back. And that's what's wrong with the way we look at things now. You got guys that are going out of the way to say Ray Rice. It's okay. It's okay. You got guys that Ray McDonald. It's okay. It's okay. He beat the shit out of his wife. It's okay. Greg Hardy. Oh, he knocked it out. It's okay. Adrian Peterson to a certain extent. You have people like me who's like, hey, spank this kid.
Yeah.
But it just kills me the way we put these guys on a higher pedestal, but yet they're knocking themselves down, but we keep putting them back up. And it kills me the way we do it.
Yeah. Totally agree, man.
All for the name, all for, not even, he ain't even getting paid to do this, but all for, so you can go out and buy a championship shirt with the name of your school on it that you probably never went to. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, we'll definitely keep tabs on this story here. It should begin next week. We can do the investigation. So, but hey, let's talk about some NFL. Catch up on that. Thoughts about
even worse. Oh,
thoughts about your particular team here. You know, as you listeners know, Kevin's a Jags fan. I'm a Broncos fan, and I'll let Kevin go first. We actually went to the game.
The era has begun.
How happy is this?
The Henny era is over, and the Blake Bortles era in Jacksonville has begun. And we're going to talk about fantasy later on.
Yeah, we are.
If he's available in your leagues, go and pick up Blake Bortles. Because all these people are coming on bye weeks and stuff. He's going to be the perfect bye week quarterback to be able to put in. Because he's at least going to throw. Put it this way, he outscored Drew Brees last week. And he only played a half. I'm just saying. Yeah. He outscored Drew Brees and Tom Brady last week, and he played a half of football. So I'm saying, if you can go and get him, because I got him in all my leagues.
Yeah.
So I went and picked him up. And he's even playing one this week in one of my leagues because one of my quarterbacks is out.
So tell me, because we was at the game, when he stepped in, how much did the arena...
When he stepped in, the crowd, it lifted. The crowd, we were getting beat by 30 points, and the crowd cheered. Because this kid, the one play that sticks out, and you remember it because I grabbed you and went, holy shit. He comes off a bootleg. He bootlegs into two guys coming off the corner. Wide open, full bore right at him. He spins, turns, runs the other way. They ain't going to catch him. Runs the other way and throws a dart for a first down. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, you don't get that with the other guy. What was the other play where he took off for 20-something yards?
Yeah,
he was just gone. I'm like, this is what you're missing. You've got all these young people on this team. You might as well put them all together and let them grow. Let all the guys grow together. You're going to suffer some low points because they're young and they're rookie, but they're going to be able to grow together.
Yeah.
You're going to grow all these guys, and you grow together. Plus, with all the money you're going to have next year and all this stuff, he needed to play. And I said it last week on the podcast. You were going to see him at halftime. I said it last week. You're going to see him at halftime, and you're going to begin the Blake Bortles era at halftime of the Indiana Colts game.
And Gus Barrett said that it is not his job, right?
Yeah. Oh, he said he's starting for here until his contract runs out.
Well, I tell you what, man. The energy was there. Everybody was cheering, and it was a different vibe to the arena. I guess what I want to say, your offensive lines are work in progress. You're going to need a mobile quarterback that's able to go ahead and scrim and make the mesh play with his feet.
Just that one play.
Because
that one play alone
the way
showed you.
He took it was that play on the field where he did the bootleg around. And he was pointing at receivers like, "Go here, go here."
He's smart.
He was telling people where to go because he know where he wants to throw the ball.
His one mistake he made, he was doing on the run and he threw back to the middle of the field. That's what caused the one interception. The other interception was tipped.
Yeah,
but
he'll learn though.
But you saw something when he got the ball. He would take 3 steps. As soon as his back foot hit the ground, the ball left. And with the other guy, you didn't get that. Chad Henne's a 47-year veteran. He'd step back on that third thing, and he'd be holding on to the ball, and he'd be getting clobbered. Yeah. Blake got rid of the ball. Blake was doing Blake has, he's got it. Yeah. It seems to me like he has it. Like he has the smarts and the wherewithal to know where he wants to go with the ball, and he lets it go. And there are no short passes.
Any particular quarterback he reminds you of?
Roethlisberger.
Ooh.
He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger. With his escapable, less raping, more escapability. But he reminds me of him because of his elusiveness. He's big.
Yeah,
He's just
a
big dude. But
he
he gets out of the pocket. He knows where he wants to go with the ball, and he's swift with it. He's not slow-minded, anything like that. He throws ducks during practice, but during the game, they look like a thing of beauty. He's one of those guys that when the lights come on, he comes on.
So basically, opposite of Gabbard.
Yeah. Me and you are the opposite of Gabbard.
All right.
Yeah, Lord, my son is the opposite of Blaine Gabbard.
All right.
But yeah, it's a good fresh start that the fans, that everybody in that organ, everything needed. Yeah. This is what needed to be done. I really would have liked this first start to have been at home, but this is what needed to be done. And just imagine when his name gets announced as the starting quarterback when the next home game during the Pittsburgh game. And then his first home game is going to be against Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger against Bortles. The guy that he reminds me of, and the guy.
All right.
But even Roethlisberger said he reminded him a lot of himself.
All right.
So if he can have this success, I don't mind it at all.
All right, my Denver Broncos had a Super Bowl rematch. They played against Seattle at Seattle. Seattle just came off a loss against San Diego, who played them pretty good. Denver, like I said, their offense in the second half always been fizzled here, but it was kind of a switch. Here, the first half I'm watching the game, and the offense was just, give credit to Seattle defense. They just do what they usually do. But I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, goodness gracious, man, what is going on with my team offense right now? This is the best offense in the league right now. We just could not do anything.
Poop.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything. Demaryius Thomas, who was dropping catches. I don't know where Demaryius Thomas has been, honestly. It's like he's not there, man. I don't know where he is now.
Well, if he's on my fantasy team, he's likely to get hurt.
Yeah, something like that.
Everybody else is.
Wes Welker came back. He was effective for the most part, and so
he was just excited.
I'm gonna give a shout to this defense, man, because this defense held it down. Even though we lost in overtime, I want to say the second half was I was saying that game right there is what I was expecting the Super Bowl to be.
Oh yeah,
I was expecting to be competitive, best offense versus best defense, and I would have been content losing by 7 points to Seattle in the Super Bowl
in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime. That was a great.
That would have been a great Super Bowl.
It would have been a great Super Bowl.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, that wasn't Super Bowl. So when Peyton Manning broke back and made that pass to Jacob Tammy and to tie it, and then we went to Demaryius Thomas for the 2-point conversion. Oh, I lost it, dude. I'm glad y'all wasn't here. I was screaming all over the house.
You lost it over here. We were at my mom's house going, damn it.
So I'm sitting there. I'm losing it like, oh, my gosh.
I got mad.
Now, in Denver.
I lost fantasy points.
In Denver, everybody is there was a reporter who wrote saying, blaming the coin flip. Listen, that's baloney, man. Listen. Seattle's a great team. You gotta give them props. Our defense, everybody want to blame Denver's defense at the end. No, Denver's defense is spent, man. They did their job the whole 4 quarters, so you expect them to give one more shot against a pretty solid offense who's undefeated against these top quarterbacks. Let's give the man credit where it's due. He made plays with his legs. He
looked dirty on that overtime drive. He was like he gave no F's, as I like to say.
Russell and Kevin know this too. Russell would rather stay in the pocket. He'd rather not.
But he was gone.
But we just couldn't stop him. But our defense was spent, and everybody like, oh, the Denver defense. Like, no. Listen, they got us there. I'm not discrediting our defense at all. Our offense should have been the first half and made this a ball game from the get go. But kudos to him, man. It was a great game to watch. And
you can't blame the coin flip, and you can't keep going. Well, I want to see Peyton Manning. You've never complained about this overtime until this game.
Yeah.
This is the first complaints I've heard from the media in this overtime. You want to know why? Because Peyton Manning didn't get the football. That's why. Now everybody's complaining about it. Well, you know what? If you wanted Peyton Manning to get the football, guess what should have happened? They should have stopped him and held him to a field goal on defense. Yeah. Seattle went right down their throats and went right down the field.
Which I said, you supposed to stop him.
Exactly.
But I wasn't mad because the defense held down the first 4 quarters.
But don't bitch about it.
But that's why I'm like, you shouldn't. Yeah. You can't blame a freaking coin flip.
Yeah, don't blame the coin flip.
Yeah.